Hey guys, 7 WWE Rocks here, and I'm here to tell my story of the experience meeting Ric Flair. All of you know, or most of you know on Twitter already, that it was a bad experience. It just did not go how I planned it at all. But for the record, before I get into the story and everything, I don't hate Ric Flair. I don't dislike him now. I'm not going to be like, oh, I hate everything about him. I don't. I mean, it was a bad meeting experience, sure. He seemed, kind of a very rude person to be honest. But I'm not gonna hate him. I'm still gonna wear his Rick shirt. I'm not gonna burn this. I'm not gonna do anything like that. But it was just disappointing. I spent a lot of money on it, and I really wanted to meet, the Nature Boy, the freaking legend. And I thought it was gonna be a great experience. It wasn't. But I'll get over it. What are you gonna do about it? But basically, I get to the arena or the place it's being held at, and I'm kind of like 10 minutes early, to be honest. He hasn't shown up yet. He showed up earlier, or earlier than his original time, which kind of threw it off. So I'm waiting in line for the photos. They announce it. They're like, Ric Flair taking photos, and they said, Ric Flair, VIP only, you can go get your photo taken with him. And I am not VIP. I did not get a VIP pass. I got just a regular photo ticket. So I'm waiting, I'm like, VIP, they're still announcing VIP every few minutes, and I'm like, when they're going to say non-VIP people? They didn't. That never came up. They said, oh, like after 20 minutes of saying VIP, they say, okay, Flair's going to be done with taking photos soon, so if you want to get it now, you have to get in line now. And I'm like, what? He's taking photos? He's almost done? So I race to the front. I race to where he's taking photos, and I'm like, am I gonna miss it? And I ask a worker, and they're like, yeah, he's wrapping up his photos soon, and you should have been in line a few minutes ago. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Because people were already lining up for the next person taking photos, and they're like, yeah, you should have gone in line a few minutes later, or like a while ago. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I go to the front of the line, or I don't go to the front of the line, I walk around, and I see this guy, this cop that's in front of everybody, and I'm like, hey, I bought a photo ticket, I spent a lot of money, am I not going to be able to get it? Because, the cop seemed like the only person that knew what was going on. And he was like, he was like, oh, you have a ticket, take a photo, here, let's go. And he brings me to the front of the line and lets me get a picture with Flair. So that cop, you were the real MVP, man. That was freaking awesome. I love that cop. I tried to thank him after, but I couldn't find him. But yeah, he rushed me to the front of the line just so I could get a picture with Flair before he was done taking photos. So he's the real MVP. So my photo came out really nice. When I met him, he was nice. He was I was really rushed though. I was like, hey, nice to meet you. Shook his hand, took the picture, and I was able to thank him, shake his hand again, and that was about it. Didn't really say much. I was being rushed. Then I got to wait for the autographs, and finally I get in line for the autographs, and I'm like, I'm kind of nervous. I tweeted, I got goosebumps, I was nervous, and I walk up to him, and they ask you first what you want the color to be signed in, and I'm like, black, and as soon as I'm about to step up to meet him, one of his old-time friends comes by, and they, hug each other, and they're talking, so I'm awkwardly standing there looking like a loser. I'm just like, okay, are you gonna stop talking to this guy? And he's still talking to him. Finally, he's done talking to him after 5-10 minutes maybe. He sits down, and he's like, I put my thing on the table, my magazine, and he signs it real quick, and he's talking to his wife, I believe it was. He was talking to her the whole time. He's talking about how that guy was, crazy, and he's a great guy, and he's a big drinker, and he could drink so much, and that he'd be able to wrestle the next night or something. And he was just talking to him, and I'm like, hey, Rick, I'm right here, and just not even looking at me. Signed my thing, hands it to the wrong person, didn't even know who was in front of him, because it was my item, and he hands it to the wrong person. So when I grabbed it, I smudged it a little, so I'm a little disappointed it's a little smudged, but I grab it, and I'm like, thank you so much. I don't know why I was still being appreciative at that point, but I was like, thank you. Held out my hand, not even looking at me, still talking to his wife, and I'm like, I hate it, because I look like such an idiot when I was standing there with my hand out for a good few seconds, still with my hand out. Finally, he turns, sees his hand in front of him. Literally, he looks like this, still talking to his wife, grabs my hand, shakes it, and that was it. Didn't say bye, didn't say thanks for coming, didn't say appreciate it. And then after that I walked off, but here's what it looks like. How much he paid attention. Here's his picture. He signs on Hogan's. I'm not saying I did, because obviously I didn't meet Hogan. Hogan was there. But if I had met Hogan, would Hogan have signed on Flair's side, or would he have signed there? I don't know. but he didn't really pay attention. You can see kind of right here, he scribbled on Hogan's face, which I was kind of disappointed on. But, I'm not going to complain. I know what you guys being like, oh, you're just complaining. You get to meet Ric Flair, you shouldn't complain so much. And I know I shouldn't, but I spent a lot of money, and I just thought it was going to be a better moment. But it came out good, the autograph. It was a little smudge where the F starts, but, it's a really great item. He won the Royal Rumble. It's the official program for the event, and I got the winner of it to sign it. So I'm really happy with that. I'm happy with the photo, how that came out. I'm happy with the autograph, but when I met him, he just wasn't a nice guy. So, yeah, nothing too big to worry about. I'll forget it soon, but Flair's still awesome, He's always going to be the nature boy. Woo! I'm still going to like him, but just really disappointed how the experience meeting him with. So, thank you for watching, and thank you for being so supportive. You guys have posted on Twitter like, oh, that was such a douche move, and you felt bad that it was such a bad experience. So I really do appreciate it. That's so nice of you guys to actually care about me meeting wrestlers and them being nice to me. So thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. That's awesome. Nobody at school cared if I go back and I tell them no one at school is going to care, but you guys do care, so I freaking love that. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at 7WWRocks. And as always, have a nice day, guys. Thank you.